KD, you taking the shot. Let's get that shot out there first and foremost. First of all, that's the shot right there, okay? Kevin Durant, basketball would actually move forward if Get Nick Wright wasn't involved. Hold up. He hit him with, look who's there. All right, so one has to go. Interesting. Let me get back to that. I like that right there. Let's have a little fun before we get into the full topic. And KD taking the shot. It's two topics in one right here. Okay, first, look, he got the old picture of Nick Wright. I'm sure Nick Wright gonna be like, that ain't me. That's old me, right? This is before he was born. This is BC. That's BC Nick Wright right there, because that's before Christ. Because that's Nick Wright don't look like that no more. Nick Wright, boy, he look like Jesus right now. So you gotta respect that. And then I'm looking at it also. He wants to go. Look at these. Who has to go? One has to go. That's gangster. First of all, it's a compliment to be up here. All these dudes are up here. All these dudes are up here. But if one has to go, who y'all picking? Who y'all picking to go? Don't lie. Who y'all picking? Who y'all picking to go? Talk about it. Who y'all picking? If one has to go, one more time. One has to go. One has to go. All right, let's be real. Let's be real. Let's stop playing games. One has to go. Get bigger. One has to go. All right, it ain't gonna be Barkley. It ain't gonna be Shaq. Shaq, but Barkley over Shaq. But Stephen A. Barkley. It goes Barkley's. You got to keep Barkley. Barkley like the top dog. Stephen A. But Stephen A. gives you so much damn production. You got to do Stephen A. Stephen A. is like, man, he just gonna work, dog. Barkley is just like he gonna show up, show out. Who else we got here? Let me see. Second row, all keepers to me for different reasons. Shannon Sharp, you got to put that respect on his name. So entertaining. Best gift for Gab, I think, in the business. Him and Charles Barkley, best gift for Gab. Skip Bayless. Skip Bayless up in here. You got to show Skip that love. He basically built this thing. He took Jim Rome's game plan and said, I'll expose it to the world. You got to respect that. Nick Wright, I think, is genius. I think not only baby Colin Cowherd, but more importantly, he got next if he ain't got now already. Like, he's just a big brain, and to me, he's one of the best to do it. Colin Cowherd speaks for himself. Only thing people don't like about him is that he flip-flops, and the flip-flop ain't really a problem either because he's just going off of new information. I love Colin Cowherd for real. Always going to be a fan of his. Who else we got up in here? Max Kellerman. All right, Max is my dog. Max is he's at his best when he got somebody who's gonna play nice and play fair with him. He ain't been having that happen in a while. Let's just say that. And shout out to Chaotic Jester. Love, big dog. I'm a nightmare walking, psychopath talking, king of the jungle, just a gangster stalking, living life. Boy, don't get me started. Oh man, don't get me started on no gangster rap right now. I can't wait. It is going down. Thanks for the super chat. Let's keep going. Max needs a teammate that plays fair with him. Even him and Rich Paul right now, they're just different. They're not. Rich Paul plays fair with Max. You know, Stephen A. didn't, and Keyshawn didn't, and wherever the hell. Jay Will tried to play fair with him, but even he got persuaded. Rich Paul is just different. Rich Paul's an agent, and he's out here just like, look, dog, I got my game plan too. Last one is Kendrick Perkins. I like Perk. Perk is the king of those those one-liners, those southern comfort lines. He be saying some crazy stuff. Boy, I dress you like the front of my house. You know what I mean? Stuff like that. I'll be cracking up. All right, so that's it. But what one has to go, it's either, all right, top line is Shaq. Middle line, it would be Nick. But that's you're on the wrong row. And then the last one, it'd be Kendrick. So all of those, if I had to say Shaq, Nick Wright, or Kendrick, it's going to be Kendrick. Shaq close, though. I mean, Shaq close. But I'll say Kendrick. Right? Y'all agree with me? Beat up in the comments. Let me know what you think. Okay, so we did that. Everybody sees that. All right, not bad. Not bad. Now, what's going on? Because I want to see what they really doing. So I got to stop that. And then let's get into this, because this is where it went. So Nick Wright and Colin Cowherd has some words for this. But let's do Colin first. Colin got in there because Nick Wright could have took a shot at Colin as well. But, you know, Colin took his shot a long time before. Let's listen to this. This is crazy. Like, this is I love how cats be talking about me like I be talking crazy. Me? I'll just be breaking down what y'all say. You know what they say? Don't argue with a fool because from a distance they can't tell who is who. That's what this feel like when I hear this from Colin Cowherd. It feel like sometimes when I break down y'all stuff, I'm getting in trouble and I ain't saying nothing.
And I'm not surprised. You know, I say to people all the time, when Brady retired from Tampa, he was still a top 3 quarterback. He'd go back today and be top 6. He's in as good a shape now. It's like LeBron's going to retire because he gets tired of the travel. He gets tired of practice. It's like, who are we kidding here? I mean, 6 minutes to go in these games, you need him on the floor. I mean, I just watched that series and I'm like, boy, the gap with KD and LeBron, for anybody that was still clinging to that, like, stop. I mean, that was one of my takeaways the entire series.
It's the versatility.
He is like buying a boat. You know, the first day you have it and the first day you sell it are the 2 happiest days. Like, it comes in, wow. You know, it's amazing. You do have great times, but there's maintenance. You're left disappointed. Then you get rid of it and you're like, yeah, that was a lot.
Okay. Now, Jesus, that's a smoke. That's one of those smokes where you thinking about KD and his greatness and you put that in one bucket. And then you got this sick example, this sick analogy. You got this sick metaphor. You got this sick thing right here. And you're like, I can make this fit. I can make this work because I had a boat before and I understand what he's saying. Everybody knows and heard if you had a boat or not. Them little ones are the best ones. Get the little ones. The little ones you can just take out in the day. No matter what you say, everybody knows this. Like, it's better to just rent boats the days you feel like going on the water. Ideally, it is. Be real. If you run the real numbers, it's better to just rent it when you go. Because how often you go? I don't give a damn how much you boating. How often you going? Oh, I'm going every weekend. No, you ain't. No, you ain't. So the point is, KD ain't that. But it sounds like, damn, it's just like, dog, I'm in love with it as soon as I get it. And then you're like, yo, this is a lot. KD's not a lot. He's not a problem in terms of maintenance and issues. He's not that. Not at all. If you think so, okay, when you think that? Did you think that in OKC? Anybody? Did you think that when he was in Golden State? Hell no. He was the best player on the team. Yes, I said it. Steph Curry was there, and Steph Curry knew that Kevin Durant needed to be the dude to be champions again. And they did. He got out the way. And in sports, the only reason you get out the way is because somebody's better than you. As Dwayne Wade when LeBron shows up. No one gets out the way unless the other person is the way. Okay? Why you think Scottie Pippen never took it from Michael Jordan? Because Jordan was Jordan. Pippen was Pippen. But it wasn't like Pippen was better than Jordan. And I love Scottie Pippen, but come on, it is what it is. I've never been on a team, and I've never seen a team's dynamic where the best player is not the dude. I've never seen it because the coach gonna get fired because the fans are sitting there, the parents are sitting there, the executives are sitting there, the owner's sitting there like, dog, what you doing? Because whenever you lose and your second best player trying to be the man and your best player is taking a back seat, oh, everybody head getting cut. So I don't want to hear that. Nope, ain't no deferring, ain't no back seats. This is primal jungle sports. Okay. It's nothing but alphas out there, nothing but black belts. It's just what degree black belt you are. Kevin Durant in Golden State was a 17-time black belt, more than Steph Curry, who was a 16-time black belt. It's just that simple. But I get what he's saying, but God dang, that's gangster.
He is like buying a boat. You know, the first day you have it and the first day you sell it are the 2 happiest days. Like, it comes in, you know, it's amazing. You do have great times, but there's maintenance. You're left disappointed. Then you get rid of it and you're like, yeah, that was a lot. It really didn't, you know, it was fun a couple times a year. And it's like the gap between the two is that LeBron's ability, And it's really something, there's never been anything like it. Magic was kind of close, but not nearly as athletic. His ability, LeBron is so smart, and his ability to just squeeze the juice out of every part of the game. I watched that series, and it was like,
okay, we get it, big dog. We get it. You got the clown. Blah, blah, blah. All right, y'all. So that's what he thinking. He there. And then now we got to get to the what we all came here to see, which is, what did Nick Wright say? Nick Wright read receipts. Nick Wright went there. Nick Wright reads the receipts on all of this stuff. I couldn't believe he did it. But hey, somebody call you out, call you by your name. Let's go.
Basketball would actually move forward if Get Nick Wright wasn't involved. Hold up. I don't know why they said hold up. Now, I'd like to say that, well, KD was just talking about, bald Nick Wright, shaved head Nick Wright, and he and I since have mended fences, because I thought we had mended fences. But when I was told about this, because I'm not active on Instagram, I did DM KD, and he was very funny, to his credit, and I know what he was doing, and I think it is cheeky, so to speak. And so one second, let me get it for you guys.
Cheeky. All right, so imagine that. You think you cool with somebody, then they take a shot at you. You're like, what? Did you hit them up just on some like for you like innocent? You're like, dog, you good? Like, we good? What's wrong? I guess I got kind of that kind of conversation with Emmanuel Acho. I talked to Acho last week. He was on vacation in Brazil. People always hitting me up. Go at Acho. He going at you right now. When I see the content, I see Acho reading it like he wants to read it, reading it like it is, and reading it like he wants to read it. That's his license. When we were talking, we both were laughing how people want us to fight way more than we do. It ain't going to happen unless I see something, then I'm going to talk to him, and then we're going to go there. But that's with everybody. That ain't exclusive to Acho. So I know what Nick Wright talking about. Like, really? That's what we doing?
And not surprisingly, like I guess I shouldn't be surprised by this. As soon as I sent it, he responded. I sent the old question guy emoji, this guy, and I wrote, I thought we were cool now, hate to see it. And his response to I thought we were cool was, what made you think that? Which is legitimately funny. But I guess I had gotten bad information.
So interesting. You had an issue with somebody before, and then you hit them up like, dog, you take a shot again. They was like, shot again? Who said I stopped shooting? Like, that's wild. That means did you ever directly connect with him? Or it was just like, oh, he stopped shooting at me, I thought we were cool.
And again, I don't want to betray confidences, but I don't think this is betraying confidences. And I actually think Durant comes out looking really good here. So I'm going to share the interaction with you guys. He wrote to me, it's just an opinion on your skills, but I don't matter. I'm not your bosses. They love you. That's all that matters. And I, because I'm me and I can't help myself, responded to him, to be fair in my craft, much like you and yours, my skills are pretty unimpeachable. My opinion is really good here, so I'm going to share the interaction with you guys.
Listen to this.
He wrote to me, it's just an opinion on your skills, but I don't matter. I'm not your bosses. They love you. That's all that matters. And I, because I'm me and I can't help myself, responded to him, to be fair in my craft, much like you and yours, my skills are pretty unimpeachable. My opinions are, of course, a matter of debate.
Hey, can't lie, dog. Nick Wright got skills, dog. Nick Wright be going at it because he knows how to do the dynamics. He has the great fundamentals. Like, whatever Colin Cowherd does, Nick Wright can do that. But more importantly, Nick Wright got this flavor. He got this outside the box, and he knows how to manipulate audience. I love Nick Wright. And he got that skill set too. So he got the theater you need, but he also got the simple meat and potatoes fundamentals you need. Nick Wright a monster to me. Always has been, always will be.
And then I wrote, but all good, no hard feelings, because I do think it's totally, we are in the business of critiquing and criticizing athletes. We have to be totally fine when they do it back to us. And then he was very funny, in my opinion.
Because Because guess what? What's the cost of praise? Criticism. That's why no matter who you are, what you are, you got to be able to dish it out to even be a Nick Wright. You got to dish it out. You got to actually criticize people. The ones who don't criticize people don't last. And then you got to be able to take it. Now, that's up to debate because some people can't take it. We've seen it 1,000 times. We break it down on debate. We be like, he look a little thin-skinned. He didn't sound that way when it was going out. He sound that way when it's coming back. Pause. But the point is, you got to be able to dish it out and take it, like a Barkley. But here's the thing. When you can't do that, that's really noticeable, and it really hurts you. So that's one of the reasons why this week I'm working. I know I'm in the news. I already addressed it as much as I could. When there's more news, I will do more addressing. But the last thing I'm going to do is duck. The last thing I'm going to do is say, oh, they're criticizing me now, or they're wondering about me. I know how human beings are. It's hilarious. It's hilarious. You could be one way with somebody. I'm 51. 51 years I've known you. Somebody make up something, and then all of a sudden you're like, I don't know, dog. I don't know. He like, bye. Me as a friend, me as a homie, me as a person, whenever I hear something about my boys, I'm like, whatever. I talk to them about it, and I'm like, peace out. But I would never shift on my boy who I know better than somebody who's making it up. We'll see. That's not how people are. So you got to just step in it. That's what Nick Wright's doing. He's like, oh, I'm in the news now? Grab the mic. Instead of, I'm in the news now, what they say? Oh, my God. You just got to go get it.
Where he really did try to do to us what I think he feels we do to them, which is, he wrote, you show up every day, so there's an opportunity for you to move up on my all-time list. And so it's not, that's not the entirety of the interaction. It's most of it. You get the gist of it.
I think that KD was in a mood to show media, and Nick Wright was media, exactly what they do to athletes, which is, oh, I think what you do, you can work on it, you can be better. And that's what they do to athletes, no matter who you are, because look who's under fire right now. It almost like KD is around about talking about LeBron, because he's like, look, LeBron is up there higher than everybody else who has played the game outside of Jordan. You could argue Kobe, you could argue Kareem. Y'all know what I'm talking about. Let's not do that, okay? We talking about outside of Jordan, it's LeBron, right? And he's active. And look at y'all coverage of him. So if y'all doing that to him, you know what you're doing to me. And y'all do it to me on top of that. So no one's exempt. So guess what? You're not exempt. That's why I think KD was on. He was on that special sauce that day. Like, look, everybody can get it because everybody is getting it.
So a few things quickly on it. One, I got no issue with whatsoever. I did take some cheap-ish shots at Durant when he was with the Nets. Again, I've apologized for those. That's why I guess I said I thought we were cool, but maybe not. If he is still upset about that, totally fair. And if he's not still upset about that, but has been upset about things I've said after that, again, totally fair. Like that, nothing he said there was out of bounds, obviously, publicly or privately.
You know what's crazy? Like Nick Wright said, if you're upset about what I said before with the Nets, how far back we got to go for the Nets? 6, 8, 10 years? Long time, right? But the thing is, when cats are trying to make it, and I see it right now, I don't want to call them out because I want them to make it. There's two guys I watch on TV right now. I'm like, oh, they're trying to make it. So their takes are just like hot cakes, like hot fire takes. And you're like, that's too much sauce, right? You know what I'm saying? So the point of it is, I see cats out there trying to make it, and maybe Nick Wright was in that I'm trying to make it phase after Chris Carter or during Chris Carter. They used to beef so hard. Good Lord, if y'all knew what was really happening behind the scenes. But the point is, it finally imploded, finally exploded. But they take advantage. It's a game plan. It's a blueprint. Clown the athlete. Either A, the athlete going to respond and whoop, you're going to blow up, or B, people going to ride with you because not everybody likes everybody. So not everybody likes LeBron. Not everybody likes KD. There were some anti-KDs. When are you going to win one without Steph? So you got all of them people thinking everything you say is gospel, even though you ain't said nothing. So when you're going at KD, you're going to get that base and you're going to get that bump. But then you realize, dog, I ain't got to do it that way. Let me break it down for real. Because everybody putting slant on it to blow up. So I think KD is like, dog, I still got receipts. You used me to get up there. You springboarded off me. You trampolined off me, bro.
Why would he be upset with me is the question people are asking. I have a few theories. One, I know, he thinks that I give favorable coverage to guys that I have personal relationships. I shouldn't say I know. I have a feeling that he thinks I give favorable coverage to guys I have a personal relationship with, and therefore maybe have been unfair to him. I try to be very clear about any relationships or biases I have, and I don't think I've been unfair to him, certainly in the last few years. Again, I was a little, as they would say in the World Cup season, cheekier than I needed to be in some of the net stuff. But I've since apologized for that.
Cheekier. Okay. So what do you call it? I mean, look, I've been watching the World Cup. I've been watching soccer more than ever. I hope I still have this love for soccer after the World Cup, because I'm not lying. I'm watching every game for real. I'll be watching all 90 minutes. Now I know when the game really ends. I'll be like, oh, that +7, and it's really going to end around 97. It ain't going to end at 97, but around it. I hope I keep that fever, because I did that with the WNBA. I thought I was going to really love the WNBA because Caitlin Clark that last year, Angel Reese and all that. I lost it. I haven't watched the game this year. I can't lie to y'all. And she had 45 yesterday after I had that take on with Paige Beckers and her. So good. She's listening. Cheekier. You heard cheekier? Cats really be going up there on purpose and just calling cats out. Like you just get into, like you catch a wave and you just get into it. Skip Bayless did this on purpose and out loud and transparently. So we saw Skip Bayless do it. We knew he was going to wake up and talk that good Tebow and talk that bad Durant or whoever, right? We knew it. We just knew it. Bad LeBron, good Tebow. Facts. And then everybody saw that success, so everybody started picking their side. Which, am I banging blue or am I banging red? That's what cats were doing.
So there's that piece of it. I don't think I do. Again, this is just blind guessing that he thinks I don't rank him as high as he deserves to be ranked. I think he's one of the 20 greatest players of all time, but I've been very adamant. I don't think you can possibly make the argument he's one of the 10 greatest players of all time. Maybe that's rubbed him the wrong way.
I like to go around saying KD top 10. And then when I list 10, I am not going to fight somebody who shoves him down to like 12, 13. But definitely not outside of 15, Kevin Durant. Not outside of 15. But I got him like top 10. I'm not about to go through that right now. We can do that another day. But y'all beat up in the comments. Y'all let me know if he's top 10. Let me know if he's top 10. I don't think so. Because I know too many people who have given me strong arguments he's not. But then I give a strong argument he is. But that's when you don't fight in the barbershop. You're just like, all right, dog, I'm about to get a cut. I'll see you later. It ain't that deep.
And last but not least, I was pretty critical this year about what the social media stuff that I think wrecked the Rockets locker room and his culpability in that. I believe I was more than fair there. But, and again, I'm blind guessing. Any of those things could be a reason, he's displeased with me. It also might be none of those things. It's just he never liked me. Or he thinks I have shitty opinions, or he thinks I don't know ball. Who knows? I just do know that I don't think I get as I don't get as worked up as some of my colleagues do when these guys treat us the way we treat them. We're also in the public eye. We're also a level of celebrity. We also are public figures that do an entertainment-based job. And if those folks want to criticize how we do our work, the way we criticize how they do their work, that is 1,000% fair.
Beyond 1,000% fair. And that's the way it should be. And that's the way it's heading. That's the way it's going to be. We're going to talk about Kendrick Perkins, talking about athletes in the media now. as we know, we got new media and Draymond Green still playing, still active. Paul George was for a second. Many guys are playing, got podcasts, or retired, and they in the media. It's evolving to where it should be, which is, dog, it's not a unilateral conversation where you get to just come at me. Ain't no monologue to me about what I'm doing, and I'm the one out there doing it. Hell wrong with you. It doesn't have to be resentment. It doesn't have to be tension. It's just like, dog, in real life, you can't just talk about somebody and not expect them to respond. And I know we've been trained to think that means beef and smoke and all that. It's just like, nah, I'm going to tell you what Jaylen Brown did not have beef with Stephen A. Smith. He just was like, dog, I don't agree with you. Or what you talking about? Or who are these people that keep saying this stuff that is going to actually hurt my brand or hurt my business or get me up out of Boston, and you can't even say their name? Like, on what level are we doing this? Like, what level of transaction is it that you're just going to send it and it's going to be anonymous? Like, what's that about? So it's a lot of resetting in the relationship between athletes and media. And it's crazier because athletes are in the media. So there's no hard reset. You can't just pull the plug and just say, forget it, because you killing both sides. And there are people that are on both sides, athletes, gangster.
And everybody doesn't have to like everybody. With that said, I actually do like Durant. I find him really fascinating. I think he's really interesting. I don't think there's ever been an athlete quite like him when it comes to the way he interacts with fans and media and all of that. And I obviously have massive, massive respect for him as a player. And so is there a part of me that wishes like he thought what I did was good? Sure. It probably is. Yeah, a little sad. But
probably
what I'm not going to do is stare at the camera and be like, this is what
Stephen A.
Is what he said is totally fine. I don't, though, understand. I don't think basketball would actually move forward if I wasn't involved. I don't think I'm holding the sport of basketball back. I will say that. Just my opinion. I think that's overstating it just a bit. Enjoy the World Cup final.
Yeah, for real. Blah, blah, blah. Hey, real spit right there from Nick Wright. All right. So this is the thing about KD that I love the most. And people don't really understand that. Or I get too many arguments when people keep talking about, what I love, other than him being just built for basketball. If you ever seen him, first of all, you're like, yeah. Like, you walking in the gym, you be like, oh, you walk by guys, and some of y'all don't speak to each other. Some of y'all do. I love speaking to people, even though I don't know them, especially if I don't know them. I'm like, what up, dog? What up, dog? And I like doing that. I watch my feet, though. My feet don't stop moving, but I'm speaking. What's up? What's up? Anyway, when you walk in the gym, you know who could play what. Nobody looking at me and really think I can play basketball, but depends on who around me. But they know I look like I play football. They're like, damn, that's a football player, right? Simple. When you see Kevin Durant, you're like, that is a basketball player. Like, he just looked like a baller. Big old long feet, big old tall stick. You're like, man, that dude looked like a basketball player. That ain't why I love KD. It ain't because he looks the part and plays the part, and he's a top 15 player at worst, top 10 to me. None of that. You know what I love about KD the most? Is that as we have heard, I hate when people say this, but he's so down to earth. I hate that because it's like he's supposed to be out this world. He's supposed to be in a different planet. He's supposed to be in orbit. No. It's just he's so relatable. And KD doesn't get the relatable or down to earth as much as he gets it. He should get it because he claps back. What I love most about KD is he actually is acting like a human being is supposed to act, when a lot of times we get lost and forget because these guys don't act like they normally act, right? How many times you've seen an athlete and then you were like, oh, man, he's funny. That's his personality. That's who he really is. They are so distant, despondent, the mumbling athlete. I don't know. Like Kawhi. Kawhi is a good example. Kawhi is actually a dude that talks, dude that's funny, but he ain't giving y'all that. And I hate that about Kawhi. For real. I actually don't like that. I'd rather him just be Kawhi. I'd rather him be that. Like the version you really are, just go out there and do it. We used to have this conversation in the locker room all the time. A dude in the locker room, hilarious. Dude in the locker room breaking stuff down. He get to the podium. They like, so what happened on that big play? Tell me how it went. And he's like, oh, well, we just run that play a lot. So it was good. It was good. You're like, what? You got to put all these people and just say nothing. Don't let the personality out. Don't show them how articulate you are. Don't want to put, because part of it is a lot of these guys are tired of the business of athletics. And it probably is going to, I thought it was going to get worse. I really did. I was like, oh, these guys going to come in with all this money. They ain't going to say nothing to the media because it's a trap. But now I'm starting to see, because there's so much money and content, oh, I think they're going to be selling themselves as brands. But I thought it was going to head right to the ground. I thought it was a race to the bottom. I was like, these athletes ain't going to say shit. And why would you? Every time you say something, oh, look what you said. And then I'm going to attack what you said. You're like, what? I love KD because he is on X, Twitter, clapping back. I love that. What you want him to do? Just let y'all talk about him and then just go play some more Sega? I don't like that. I love the fact that Kevin Durant is about that life. Anybody who's about that life is somebody I rock with. Simple as that. So he took his shot. Colin, Nick Wright, all of them, good for them. And now we're going to have to move on